remember Spirited Away for its visuals, but what makes the film unsettling in a good way is how it treats identity as something that happens to you rather than something you begin with. The story works because Chihiro never arrives in the spirit world as a heroic child who discovers some hidden strength. She arrives as someone who does not know how to move through this world at all, and the film refuses to let her be the kind of stable character who learns one lesson and then acts with confidence. Every time she thinks she has figured out what she is doing, she changes or something changes the conditions around her, and she changes with it. Philosopher Gilbert Simondon has a concept that explains this really well. He says individuals are not fixed identities. They are produced through a process he calls individuation, which means that who you are comes out of the tensions and encounters you move through. You do not exist first and then have experiences. You become someone through the ways those experiences reshape you. And that is exactly what the spirit world does to Chihiro. The place does not care about her age, her past, or whatever version of herself she thought she should be. It pulls her into new relations, new roles, and new responsibilities that force her to become a different kind of being altogether. You see this the most clearly in the loss of her name. Yubaba takes it as a condition of employing her, and that moment is not about controlling a child or teaching her a lesson. It's about breaking any illusion that Chihiro has a stable identity she can hold on to when the environment shifts. Once she becomes Sen, she belongs to the bathhouse, and her sense of self gets reorganized around the work she does, the people she encounters, and the strange forms of care she learns to offer. She does not discover her true self, she becomes a self through the pressures and demands of a world that keeps transforming. The same goes for Haku, No-Face, Lin, and even the River Spirit. None of them are stable characters with clear arcs. They are beings in flux. Haku is literally fragmented, unable to remember who he was until a certain relation awakens that part of him. No-Face becomes monstrous only because the bathhouse amplifies what he absorbs from others. The river spirit is weighed down by pollution until an encounter with Chihiro allows it to shed what distorted it. Their identities are not inner qualities, they are events that emerge from the conditions they occupy. This is what makes Spirited Away feel different from most children's films. It does not tell a story about a child finding courage or growing up. It shows a world where every being is shaped by the forces that cross through them, and where becoming a person is a continuous negotiation with whatever exceeds you. Simondon helps name what the film already shows. Identity is never finished, never self-contained, and never something you can protect by holding onto a fixed idea of who you are. It is a process you move through, and the world changes you whether you expect it or not.